Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Dark Horse Tackle Live. Now, please just sit back and relax while I get Instagram started. So I'm going to go into the dark here for a second. I just want y'all to relax. It's okay. I'll be right back. All right. And I'm back. See? It's okay. What's up, Fish in the Sticks? How you doing? So tonight, my business partner Josh, he's at a hockey game. Clearly, that's more important than what we're doing here. What are you gonna do? Actually, if I had tickets to a hockey game, I'd probably go to and leave you guys hanging. I want to apologize for not even letting you guys know that we wouldn't be here last week, but we had a very important thing happening. We were setting up for a show. And that we were just a little late for the setup day. And so like by the time we got out of there, it was the show Dark Horse Tackle Live slot had already come and gone, and that was all there was to it. What's going on, Michael Bradley? Nice to see you. Sean, how you doing? And Ryan Parker is still slinging gym equipment somewhere in the middle of Ohio. He's almost done though, and pretty soon he'll be back. So I thought I'd get some different folks in here. So first of all, I would like to welcome Mr. Joe Brown. How you doing, buddy?
I'm awesome, man. How are you?
You are awesome, Joe. Do you know what would make you more awesome?
If I came to Columbus. I know.
No, that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, like, you know, when we go into the St. Lawrence again.
Oh, I'm going up a bunch this year.
I'm coming.
Good.
I didn't tell you. Maybe I told you. I don't know. Anyways, so you'll notice the shop is a bit different right now. I just want everybody to calm down. It's okay. Dark Horse Tackle is still here. It's just all in boxes because we're between expos. But you see, okay, right here, there's this tote right here.
Yep.
If you look right above there, you'll see just the very top of a box right there. You see the brown? Mm-hmm. It goes gray, brown, black.
I see it.
In that box right there is an NK300. I got myself a motor for the kayak, and myself and Ryan Parker, we're going to do the entire kayak adventure series trail as a team this year.
Awesome.
Yeah, dude. I'm super excited about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're going to see. I've only actually done one tournament that I took like super seriously, and that was last year. And if I wouldn't have taken a picture of a fish, like an 18.5-inch fish, without my identifier card in the frame and thrown it out the boat, I'd have been in the top 10. But
so you're telling me the tournament that we did, you didn't take serious?
Those? No. The slot limit tournament. Okay, so let me clarify.
No, I'm talking about the one on the St. Lawrence.
Oh no, I took that one seriously. I forgot all about that.
Yeah,
that was super serious. Yeah, no, that was very serious. That was very. Couldn't you tell by the way I used the net?
Oh God, yeah. You looked like when they're like, what it looked like. What you're doing with the net is when they're at. No, not that, but
No, not that.
when they're ocean fishing and they go and they have to spear the tuna, dude. That's what you were doing with the smallies with the net.
So what you're saying is I should have had a broken twig landing nets gaff.
Sure. We had a hard enough time keeping them alive. That probably would have made it way worse.
So anyways, guys, this show is about since we're in between expos. I figured we'd have a show about expos, and I'm a vendor. You know, being from Dark Horse Tackle, I'm a vendor. Joe, we're gonna call you a customer. I've seen you be a customer.
Mm-hmm.
And to add a third perspective as we have our conversation about this, I figured we'd bring on somebody who actually owns and operates an expo. So we are going to bring on Aaron from the Great Lakes Fishing Expo. How you doing, buddy?
Not as amazing as Joe, but I will be in Columbus, so if that's worth anything.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We just got done with the and that's why everything's in boxes right now, because we were just at your show, the Great Lakes Fishing Expo. Had a good time. I really appreciate the fact that you guys added a dark horse tackle hour to set up on Friday. That was nice. I appreciated that.
It's secretly, but now unsecretly labeled the dark horse hour, where it's like crunch time. We have to get like everything on the pegs.
So they tell you, Joe, that you have from what is it? You have from 8 to 12 to set up. Like, you have the day before, the whole day before. And then again on the day of the show, you have from 8 to 12 to set up. That's what they tell you.
All right.
But the show doesn't start till 1.
Mm-hmm.
So 12 to 1, that's the dark horse hour.
Man, that's kind of how it was in Columbus a couple years ago too.
No, it couldn't have been.
That's weird. That was my first time going with you guys, and I was just like, "Is this how it always is?"
Look,
Yes.
I'm trying hard for it not to be that way, but when you got so many other things going on, man, it's always a shit show. Like, it's just always a shit show. I will say, though, it is becoming less of a shit show every year. One year, it may actually not be a shit show. And then I'll get bored and have to throw a wrench into the thing or something, I suppose.
Yeah, start new.
I didn't do like what I guess most people do, and like ask AI to generate a list of questions for this conversation. I figured we'd all just have fun talking about fishing expos. So we'll just start out with how about we start out with this? Aaron, what in the hell made you decide to start a circus?
Oh man, so
It's got to be like a circus. It has to be.
it is getting better. Like, we have our own dark horse hour, but it's kind of like a couple of weeks before the show. It's like dark horse weeks.
Yes.
Where we're in crunch mode and we're trying to get everything together. And so I travel a little bit with Blue Rock Custom Tackle to the expos that he goes to as a vendor. And we traveled out of state for a show, and it was a pretty lengthy car ride. And when we left that show to come home, we were like, man, this just sucked. Like, we just weren't happy. Like, as a vendor, as a customer, as someone that just loves fishing, we knew that the customers deserve better, and expos really need to step up their game. And so we're like, listen, like, we're two younger guys. Like, we love fishing. We know what as customers
I would say young-ish. I think younger is a. I think you're overshooting with younger, just youngish.
Well, in the terms of expo promoters, we're young.
Fair.
In the world of fishing, yeah, we're kind of that middle tier. Like, 42 is not young anymore. And so we're like, listen, like, we're more in touch with kind of what's going on in the industry than maybe some of the other promoters, and we just think that we can do a better job and give attendees something better to look forward to. So we just did it. We're like, we're not going to wait on this. We're just going to do it.
I will say, out of all of the, all two, the other experiences I've had with expos, you two, you and Jesse, are it's a pleasure coming to your expo.
I appreciate
Even if we completely shit the bed at the expo, I would still walk away not upset, just because it's a pleasant experience coming to your expo. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm actually looking to add a few expos for Dark Horse in the coming years. Like next year I want to do 4 instead of 2. And having a little bit of trouble deciding which ones I want to do. Because everybody says go East Tennessee, East Tennessee, East Tennessee. Well, the problem with East Tennessee, I feel like, is that I wouldn't be able to sell half the stuff that we have because those companies would be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if the great big giant shows are necessarily our game. I don't know. That might not be a compliment to you because you're not a great big giant show. But you're like the Goldilocks. You're like the Goldilocks show.
We're like the
Just
little guys
right.
that do it right.
Yeah, just right. Just right. So Joe.
Zach.
What makes you say, wow, that was a great expo?
Oh, you kind of hit it on the head with the large shows versus the smaller shows and doing it right. Like for me, when I go to a show as a customer, my big thing is I'm not necessarily going to buy stuff. Although I do.
Liar.
I do. My big thing my personal big thing with the expos is networking, get my hands on stuff for the first time that maybe I haven't had the chance to. I've only seen online or whatever. But I've been to big shows. I've been to very large shows. I've been to everything from, iCast to little, rinky dink shows.
Everybody wants us to go to Harrisburg, and I refuse.
I wouldn't let you. It's I won't get into it there, but that's an outdoor show that's primarily driven with outdoors and hunting, and they got a little corner for fishing. It's if you told me that, I would come down there and slash your tires. But anyway,
it's just like too easy to get lost in the sauce is what I've heard.
Yeah, it's not. It's and I've been there. I've been there a couple times working with Fish or Die, and there's a reason why he swapped shows. But what you guys are
swapped shows to a show that now conflicts with our show?
Possibly. But no, you nailed it. It's the best shows out there are you said that you called the Goldilocks shows, the ones that are like just right. Because you have your people that go out there that are diehard fishermen that are really looking to either purchase or get their hands on stuff that they hadn't had the opportunity to before, network, all that. And then you just have your like looky-loos that need something to do on the weekend.
Tire kickers.
Exactly. There's nothing for the actual fishermen like us that walk in and the first thing they see is, like you mentioned, pickles, beef jerky, gutters, and cable. You know what I mean? Like that's not what they want to see all over the show. And unfortunately, I've been to shows where they literally outweighed the actual fishing aspect of the show. And and that's not what me as a customer looking for. I'm looking for a smaller show, particularly a smaller show that the person running the show is a legitimate fisherman. They know which what products to have in there. They know which companies would be a good fit, and they don't just say yes to everybody. Of AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, all the, they're not like yeah, set up this big booth. Like I'm not going to a fishing show to go buy an iPhone. You know what I mean? I get it. There are aspects of it, and so I'm not saying that there is no place for them at all. because you know what, as somebody who's running the show, if one person that sells gutters like, hey, do you mind, like, well, it's money in your pocket for that space. You're still taking up that space, and if you say no, then maybe you didn't have the ability to get a company in there. So I understand it in that aspect, but yeah, long answer longer. I love those shows that we talk about, that you guys are talking about, that are a little bit more condensed, and just have the stuff me as like a more than a weekend fisherman is looking for.
Like, Aaron, what's your take as an owner of an expo? What's your take on non-endemics? If I could use that term, I think I can use that term, right? I think it's appropriate.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a place for some of them. Like the gutter and window guys, the pillow guys, like they've got no business at being at an outdoor show, right? And if it means we're going to have an empty space, I would rather reconfigure the floor plan and not let those guys in. Or maybe split that empty booth with the two adjacent booths and let them have just a little bit more square footage. Just because it doesn't belong, and I don't want to see it when I go to a show. And so I know the attendees and the vendors don't want to see it at my show.
So what's an example of a non-endemic that that you would like, that you do like to see at your show?
For instance, we had Cutco at our show this year. As a sales guy who owns other companies as well, I don't necessarily love the business model of Cutco, but I would consider them an endemic vendor. But
there's a direct correlation, because
they sell fillet knives, and everyone wants a good sharp fillet knife or cooking knives. That's the only way we were able to justify them being a vendor.
Sure. Gotcha.
But I don't need gutters on my boat.
Right.
No, you just need another windshield on the passenger side. Huh. Well, you guys gonna have to help me out here, man. I'm gonna struggle a little bit.
No, and to go back, because like a lot of shows you'll see 3 or 4 jerky vendors or something like that, and so we do allow some of that. Yeah. But with any spot or with any vendor we have, it's capped at what the vendor sells, kind of what space they're in, because I don't want 12 fishing charters at a small show. Like, right. 2 charters at our show is more than enough. I don't want 6 dark horse tackles. One, because like I don't want vendors competing with other vendors.
That's what I would say. That's important to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's the last thing you want to see. Like, I don't, like, you set up your booth, you take however many hours, you take 8 hours to set up your booth, you go through all the trouble, you pay the money, all that other stuff, and then you literally are looking across the aisle at somebody that is selling what you're selling.
Right.
Yeah.
And so like we have a phenomenal jerky vendor, but we'll never have more than just them. Because I mean, unless you're a vegan angler, like who doesn't love jerky on the boat?
Sure.
Absolutely.
But again, like we're very intentional at capping it, and making sure that there is some kind of correlation.
Gotcha. So, you guys are going to have to ask me some questions as a vendor. I don't want to ask myself questions.
So this will help us. And I think I already know the answer, but as a vendor, what do you like to see from promoters? Like when do you feel like you got the value for your booth and all the hard work to set it up?
I'll tell you what, this sounds really, really, really stupid and small, but I have all these lights and everything else and forgot a what do they call them?
A
Power
surge
strip.
protector, power strip.
Yeah, power strip. Aaron, you got a power strip? Yep. And he didn't be like, yeah, I got a power strip. It's going to cost you $60. But yeah, no, that kind of stuff. And I love the fact that it's just always very straightforward. And if you guys see, like, if I'm like choosing a space and you see something like inherently wrong with the space I'm choosing, both you and Jesse have been like, I don't know about that one. You might want to move over here. You know what I mean? Now, I mean, I feel like you're doing that for me. Maybe you're doing it for you. Maybe you're doing it for somebody else, or maybe you're doing it for the whole thing. But there's working with you guys has been real nice because I don't know, it felt like I was talking to a buddy, and we're all out to be successful. Right. And nobody's trying to step on anybody else for anything.
Yeah.
And that's been real nice, which other shows that I've been a part of, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like Thunderdome, which is kind of exhilarating. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. I could see how you say that because, being a customer and, working with you guys, working with other companies, I kind of been on the vendor side, it's these people that, you compete with, whether it's, in e-commerce or, or you guys have brick and mortars that might be a few towns away. Now you might be like face to face and be like, okay, so now we're competing against each other under the same roof. Like, like, let's do this. Let's go. But like Aaron was saying, like one of the craziest things like you said about floor plan not having, a bunch of dark horse tackles. I mean, I was at one show and I remember, I don't even think this show exists anymore. You had two companies, two brick and mortar shops, also e-commerce shops that were big in Megabass. That was like their thing, right? That was like their top thing was Megabass. They were right across the aisle from one another. So they're just like staring each other down the whole time.
That's not good for anybody. That's not good. That's not good for the vendors.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's good for the owners because they're going to get some gaff, I assume.
Sure.
But even for the customer.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to go and see the same thing every other booth.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I would assume. Now, last year at your show, Aaron, we were right across the aisle from Joe. Check this out. We were right across the aisle from Doc's.
Okay.
But that wasn't a problem.
No, we're not totally different niche.
Right. We're not the same as Doc's.
No.
And even though we're both tackle guys, it all worked out because I bet you there wasn't. I don't think there was a single SKU that we had in common.
No, absolutely not.
Probably not even
one.
No.
Which is good for you, the customer. That's good for me, the vendor. I don't know. That was a neat thing. I was a little worried about that. And I do have to tell you, Aaron, I don't think I want the same space. I'm going to try to get a different space next year than the space we had. I'm not blaming the space, but at like the last hour, like the hour after everybody leaves, it was on Saturday or Friday. I can't remember. But it was Saturday. I took my phone and I put my camera on and I walked past the booth every which way that I could possibly walk past the booth. It's a weird blind spot.
Well, it's a unique spot because you're at a junction of three main aisles.
Mm-hmm.
So people just want to round the corner.
Yep.
And it's easy to round past you.
Yep.
And I was thinking about that because
did you see how fast we took down those? Remember I asked you for the velvet ropes? Dude, I took those down so fast, people didn't know what to do, bro.
No, you might as well have just put caution tape all the way around.
Right. Crime scene.
But no, like I think the double end cap or something, some kind of configuration like that. Where they want to cut the corner, they're in your booth.
Yep.
Something like that would probably be better.
No, it's super interesting, like trying to figure out what actually is a good spot, because there's a lot to take into consideration. And Josh and I talked about that spot we had this year ad nauseum, and on paper and in theory, it's an amazing spot. It was an amazing spot. And this isn't a bitch or anything like that. It was just something I learned. The flow of traffic is crazy. It's weird. And you got to take it into consideration. Yeah. And I never would have until I put myself in a customer's shoes and started walking around.
Well, and like I deal a lot with the floor plan and the vendor placement. And so like I've got vendors that are like, no, I want that spot. I want that spot. And I'm just like, I can't put you there. Like for whatever reason, like you might be right next to another vendor that's identical to yours. It just might not be a good spot for you. It might not be a good spot for the show. And so like in our contract, we're just like, hey, we have the right to move you if we need to. But ultimately, like the goal is to do what's best for you and the show. And so like, I wasn't sure about that spot for you. Like I thought it could be a good spot.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you guys want 30 feet, you need like an L-shaped corner.
Yep. Or I'll talk to you about it later so somebody doesn't snipe me. Or I got an idea. But this is actually, and it's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this on the podcast or not the podcast, on the live, is because this is a difficult, the Expo conversation is a difficult one for me. And the reason why is because my whole life, I hate Chuck E. Cheese. I hate the boardwalk. I hate Vegas. I probably would never walk into an Expo if I didn't own a fishing tackle company. That's just who I am. I understand why people like them. It's just not me. Like I paying money to go spend money drives me up a wall personally. But it's very interesting. And I get why people, oh, hold on, Dan, you know what, buddy? I'm going to put this on the stage real quick. Dude, we actually talked about you being our guardian angel, and we were really short on staff, and your name came up. Somebody ended up coming in your stead, but I will absolutely take you up on that. I hope you understand what you're getting into. If you don't, feel free to reach out to Joe. He'll let you know. But yes, no, I appreciate that, dude. Anyways, no. Like it's so it's really weird to me how these things work and all that other stuff, and it's kind of fun trying to figure it all out and being a vendor. The other thing is I don't think I'm a salesman. People tell me that I might be good as a salesman, but like the older I get, the less I like it. It's tough. I like chilling with our customers and meeting our customers, and obviously I like making money. That's good, you know. But the Expo thing is kind of a mystery to me. It's always been a mystery to me. I love the Expo as a vendor, which is this is why I brought you on. As a customer, I have a hard time wrapping my head around it.
Yeah. So I guess, like I said, I'm kind of I'm kind of a different version of a customer, because don't forget, I've kind of been on every spectrum as well.
No, I know you got 1 foot on one side and 1 foot on the other. Yeah.
But solely as a customer,
a spy, maybe you could be considered a spy.
Yeah,
You an
no shit,
Expo
dude.
spy?
Yeah, kind of. Kind of. You're like, hey, aren't you like working with this company? They're not here. Why are you
Well, I gotta
here?
put him on my list of no entrance next year.
That's what the little thing is for.
Right.
Joe, he's got this little like curly Q white thing coming down out of his ear. And like every time I see him, I'm like, dude, you need to be like
At
like,
every entrance, there's one of those like really shitty sketches, like police sketches.
It's great though. Anyways, Joe, sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead. Lost your train of thought, didn't you?
You're a different kind of customer.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we lost him.
Uh-oh.
No, and I think we've all been the customer before. While he figures that out.
I've been the customer exactly one time.
Well, and like, what kind of customer were you? Just kind of like wander around, check things out, and leave? Or were you looking for like a great deal or something that you couldn't find?
I am never looking for a great deal.
Okay.
That is not. I'm not that guy. I long time ago, I realized it's also a little bit of how I was raised. Like, I would rather buy once and cry once. So I'm never actually looking for a great deal. I'm only looking for a great product.
I got something as a customer. Everybody goes to the shows to get good deals, right? I almost feel as like the show deals, and there's always these signs like show deals. Somebody who has been in the game for a minute in the tackle game,
right? Because you actually you owned a tackle shop.
Yeah, there's no there like there's the deals aren't there like you think they are. I've noticed.
Not everywhere.
Not everywhere.
I will tell you this and cross my heart, hope to die, stick a dagger in my thigh. If Dark Horse Tackle is giving you a deal, I promise you it is a deal. We don't 100%. Do it often.
Yes, 100. Yes, 100.
But I know what you're getting at. You muted yourself, Joe. We're just having all kind of problems here tonight. Now Aaron's glitching out. I wonder if it's me. Is it me? Oh no, boy.
It's me. I'm having issues over here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so it's yeah. There's
yeah, you raise the price and then you drop the price.
Yeah, kind of. It's not like you guys, no issue. You guys are the ones that are actually,
Do you know why we don't do that? The reason why I don't do that is because it's too damn confusing.
One thing I could say, the people that are
like, I'd rather just not.
Yeah, no. It's the ones with the big ass signs saying show special, usually the ones that there's not really much of a special going on. I don't know. But at the same time, it's I also don't feel as though there needs to be like this big special. People are going to come no matter what. I mean, I have, as a customer, I am one of the people, like, I'm the opposite of Zach, where I'll go pay the money to walk around and see what these people have. I have the opportunity to see something I've never seen before that I didn't know about. I mean, I do that every month with you guys, Zach, and I love that stuff, so I'm one of the people who, and you have the seminars and all that stuff that I get interested in. You never know who you're going to run into, who you're going to meet, who you're going to network with. So I'm one of the people who, Zach knows how I am. I'm going to buy something when I go, but I'd be okay if I didn't, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't go with the intention.
So for you, it's as much of a retail experience as it is a learning experience, a gathering of information.
100%.
I intend on going to expos next year, not as a vendor. I don't know if I'm going as a customer, but I'm definitely going. I'm gonna start treating them like iCast, more like trade shows than expos. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm the spy.
But I'm doing it because I'm looking for. So listen, the we're on the I don't know if we're at the bottom yet, but we're on the backslide of the COVID bubble.
Yeah.
And for Dark Horse Tackle looking for new guys making new baits, that was very easy to find
Sure.
a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It is not as easy to find anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It just isn't. And so and scrolling only does so much. And I think I'm going to actually have to go and start going to like these expos, you know, go to the fairgrounds. You know what I'm saying? Like I like gonna have to start looking more than just on the phone. And so I actually intend on doing that, and be interested to come back and do this show again in a year or two and see see what the episode looks like after that. But Aaron, what's the most irritating part about running a show? As an owner.
I mean, it's not just the expo. I mean, it's any business. Just kind of the needy customers.
Okay.
And not just, hey, I need a power strip kind of needy. Like, like the ones that just,
hey,
like,
I need an extra hour to set up kind of needy.
No, the ones that, like, no matter what you do, like, they're just not going to be happy.
So when you said customers, you mean vendors?
Yeah, for me, the vendors are my customers.
Right.
Because you're the ones that I'm trying to really make happy and provide a service to. And so, like, every year there's 2 or 3 that, like, they just walk in the door complaining. They complain all the way through the show, and then they might complain on social media afterwards. And it's just like, sorry, we did our best. You know what I mean?
As a vendor, those customers to you are actually kind of a thorn in my side, because we experienced something, me and you, Aaron, together at this last show. I sent you a text and asked you a question, and you're like, I don't think I can do that for you. And the reason why is because somebody would have complained. So that's as a vendor, that's kind of like, that's a little, because I've experienced that other places as well, and I realize that there's nothing you can do, but I'm always gonna ask because, you know.
It hurt my soul to tell you no, just so you know, because like you said earlier, like, it's not.
I mean, is it okay to say it? Like, so.
Oh yeah, I'll say it. So,
go ahead.
He shot me a text and said, hey, do you think maybe for, like, you can make an announcement for, like, the next hour, we're going to run this deal in our booth. And I said, you know, like, I just can't, because, like, if I do it for one vendor, I have to do it for all vendors, and I just can't do it for 65 vendors because we don't have time for that. There's just not enough hour blocks in the show to be able to do that. And so I didn't want vendors coming to me like, hey, why'd you do it for them and not for me? And so, like, that would have been a major self-inflicted wound had I done it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And so I just had to say no.
So a message for vendors: the structure is there for a reason.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, like, we had a vendor that thought they were in one spot. We had some last minute changes. I put him in a significantly better spot. And he's on the phone just MFing me during setup, not knowing who I was. And I'm standing in the room and I'm like, oh, can I help you? I'm Aaron. Nice to meet you. And he was like, yeah, like, I'm over here and I should have been over there. And I'm like, actually, you're not where you're not where you thought you were, but you're not where you think you are. You're in a better spot. Like, let me show you. And then it was like, well, the lighting's bad, the air quality over here is bad. I can smell the food across the room, that's bad. And it's just like,
So as far as lighting goes, I feel like that's on the vendor.
I'll take some responsibility. Like,
Well, you got to know, like, as a vendor, I got to know the space I'm going into.
yeah,
And I'll be straight up with you, Aaron. The lighting in that place isn't always the best.
no,
It just isn't.
some spots are okay in there. The bulk of it is like, you should probably think about bringing some lights.
But as a vendor, like even at the show I'm about to go to, like that place is lit up like crazy.
Yeah.
However, I still light my stuff up there because the more well lit it is, the better I stand out. Like I feel like to a certain extent, you should know where you're going.
No, in 100%. But I would also say that you're a more seasoned vendor, who not just a vendor, but
Not seasoned, driven.
yeah, just a more.
I've only got 3 years under me
as a vendor, but like you're also more in touch with branding and marketing and some things that some of these other expo vendors aren't, right? And so like we do our best to say, hey, listen, like you might want to think about this. Or you know, you had a good booth, but maybe if you're going to do this long term, think about some better pegboards or better banners or better lighting, something. Because like as a business guy, like I want someone to kind of point me in the right direction. And so like we can tell the newer businesses, I'll put it that way. And if we can help them grow, it just makes our show better.
That is one of the reasons why I would highly recommend the Great Lakes Fishing Expo to any vendor is what you just heard. These dudes actually give a crap. They're not there to just collect your booth fees and your electricity fees and your parking fees and your whatever else fees. Like they actually give a crap. I need to address a comment. Okay, so iCast, never. I will never go to iCast. Dark Horse Tackle will never go to iCast as far as having a booth ever. We will never do it. That is a place that Dark Horse Tackle would go to find people. That's a trade show. It is not an expo. Right. It is not for the public.
There's nothing for sale there.
Yeah, it's just not. That's the only reason I'd go there is to recruit. Mm-hmm. And not as any kind of vendor. Is there's a big misconception between trade show and expo. They are not the same thing. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to hi Nick,
classic, but the
hi,
classic,
Nick, by the way. The classic, dude. Achigan going to the classic this year.
Knoxville.
Yeah, well, and that's a good year to go, man. Like, listen, I'm not super excited that the classic is in Knoxville this year because I don't know, that fishery's kind of boring. Just the way you got to fish it and the time of year and everything, I'm just not super excited about it. But as far as like from a business standpoint and the expo that they have there, that is a great one because everything's right there.
Right.
The weigh in, the expo, everything is right there. Like you can walk from one thing to the other. So I'm super excited. Hopefully, I wish Achigan, Shrenka, I wish you all the best, buddy. And if you're going to that classic, make sure you go to the Achigan booth and show them some love because they got some great stuff. Mm-hmm. But anyways, let's see here. I'm just looking at the comments. Guys, I'm sorry about the comments. This is why I've got Josh usually because he can do more than one thing at a time. I cannot.
No, and I'll talk to this comment. Like, if you do one show and you see other vendors and what they're doing, like if you care about your business, like you're going to take the positives and make the tweaks and like during setup time, we'll tell people like, hey, you might want to think about running to Harbor Freight and getting a couple $10 LED strips and some zip ties and figuring out how to mount it over your booth. Like it'll do wonders for you. Because it really does.
Zip ties, by the way, who knew?
Right.
Like, what can't you do with a zip tie? Seriously,
Not much. It's not much you can't do with a zip tie.
have zip ties actually overcome duct tape?
Oof.
I
I
feel
don't
like
think
that's
so.
I feel
I
like
don't
that's a
think
whole
so.
show in itself that Dark Horse Tackle doesn't need to have, but but I am
Yeah, I feel like that's
amazed.
comparing like
at-
a baseball to a hockey puck.
Yeah,
I am amazed
They're
at what
great.
zip ties can do. Our whole setup, our whole booth is held together by zip ties. Like the whole thing.
Yeah. Literally, it's freestanding on zip ties.
Yes.
Yep.
I was a little worried there.
Most vendor booths are at expos held up
Right.
by zip ties.
I was a little worried though, like we had to, just because because we were in a little bit of a hurry. But also because the that spot was a little different than what we're used to working with. So we had to do things a little different. And on the very right side of it, where our closeout stuff was, like it was the panel was like it had like 80 pounds of plastics on it, and it was leaning just a little bit. And then I figured out this new trick when we were tearing down. So our panels at the ends of the panels, it's got two pieces of wire, okay? And so when I set it up, depending on how we want it to hinge, that's where you connect the zip tie at, okay? Well, if you attach it that way and you try to bend it the other way, it doesn't take barely any force at all, and all those zip ties pop. Like every last one. Pop! And so it was really cool because I figured that out when I was setting it up. And then when I went to tear it down, Josh had these really horrible side cutters. Like, I don't even think you can clip your toenails with them. They were so bad. And like, I'm working to try, and then I was like, wait a minute. What? And it broke all three of them. And now my brain is going, well, what if somebody trips and stumbles into the side?
So as a customer, that's exactly what I'm looking for when I go into the booth. I'm looking at the Boeing shells and like give it a little tap with the toe, and it's the next thing you know, I got a payday.
You are not the right customer, Joe. I should have gotten a less observant
Another note
customer.
next to his name when he comes to the door.
Yeah.
Abracadabra.
All right. I don't know. Help me out here, guys. I'm not a great host.
So
that's usually what
let
Josh
me
is
ask
here
you a
for.
question, Zach. You asked,
Yeah.
you asked Aaron about like, hey, what's the thing as an owner that just grinds your gears? I want to know, as a vendor, what's that one thing, I guess even from customers, that just annoys the hell out of you?
All right. So I need you to pinpoint this a little more. Do you want me to answer this? What grinds my gears about customers, or what grinds my gears about vendors? Customers or owners?
Customers.
Customers. There's two.
Okay.
I actually gave birth to an idea this year. And I'm going to get a half-inch thick steel plate, maybe 12 by 12, and I'm literally going to mount a tire to it. Just a spare tire. I'm going to mount it to it.
Okay.
And I'm going to put a sign above it that says, feel free to kick this. And I'm going to set it right in the middle of the booth.
So what is your so as a customer at an expo, what for a customer as a vendor at an expo, what is your definition of a tire kicking customer?
This is very thin ice for me as a vendor.
Okay.
All right. And I'd like to preface this with this statement. I literally, for more than one reason, care about everybody that walks into my booth.
Yeah.
But at a certain point in time, you realize that somebody is there just to ask you questions, never make a purchase, and crap on everything you say and everything that you have.
Okay.
And that is why they walked into your booth.
Yep.
Those kind of customers are very infuriating to a vendor.
Yes,
and it's not because we don't think your questions are valid. It's not because legitimately what it boils down to is when a person comes in like that, they are showing you a severe lack of respect.
Yeah.
And that at the base of it is what bothers me. Is that I feel like that's over and above even an expo.
Yeah, no, that's actually so that's kind of like, as I asked you that question, I thought about it in my mind, like, okay, if I was in Zach's shoes, what would it be? And you hit it all in the same. And I have seen it when I was at expos with you, where people come in and they'll see, that item from that guy who built it with his blood, sweat, and tears, his garage. And guess what? It's a better product than the thing it may compete as that, is mass produced. But I've seen it where they're like, oh, this looks just like this probably the same thing as a so-and-so, and it's $1 cheaper. Like, I'll just get that. And you know what I mean?
It's super hard. So, rest in peace, JawTech, one of my most favorite companies to ever work with. They are no longer in business, but the owner of JawTech, Colt, the first expo I ever did, he told me, listen, you have to play defense just as much as you have to sell, which you would consider offense. He was like, you have to do both. He's like, you have to make sure that people aren't blocking your booth. You have to make sure that people aren't sucking up your time, because you have so many people to take care of. Right. And I will never forget that. And it's an extremely hard thing to do because I would love to sit there and shoot the shit with everybody, whether you agree with me or not. But at the end of the day, like everybody, you gotta tell Josh that I said at the end of the day. I hate when people say at the end of the day. But anyway, it makes it really, really tough. Really tough. It makes it really tough when that happens. And the second answer I have for you is the most difficult thing I ever have to deal with at an expo. And that is a super cool person that is super excited to meet you, and you're excited to meet them. And all you guys want to do is shoot the shit and talk and have fun, but you got to tell them to piss off kindly.
Yeah.
So that's a weird one. That's not something I hate. I hate the situation. But that's not the customer's fault. Nor is it the vendor's fault. It's the situation that creates that. Sure. Yeah. But that always it breaks my heart. You get people that come in, they want to talk to you and they want to hang out and everything, and I have to very politely find a way to move it along.
But
it's
and I'll
tough.
say from my standpoint, like I want to get around and just hang out all weekend with the vendors, meet the new vendors, check out their products, build a relationship. And like I might talk to you for like 30 seconds and then I'm like, all right, crap, the microphone's not working in the seminar room. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Um and so like I might talk to a third of the vendors all weekend and I just don't want them to feel like I'm just a jerk who doesn't want to talk to them. And so like again with you being my customer, like it's a crappy situation.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I have a question for you, Aaron. How do you feel about the dudes that build their booth, lay their product out, and then sit in a chair at the back of the booth and never move?
If that's their business model and it works for them, great, but it's never going to work for them. I've been in sales a long time and uh, you got to sell. And whether that's you selling your brand, whether that's you helping a customer pick out a product that meets their needs, um, you can't do it from a chair.
And that's crazy because that changes the outcome of the expo from the vendor's perspective, which changes the outcome of the relationship with the vendor and the owner. Right?
Now, I will say, like, there's a few exceptions to that, right? Like, a charter captain in a booth, where people aren't coming into the booth, they're kind of walking past to get some information. They're going to engage you more. But if you're a tackle vendor, um, and you're not dressing up your pegs and moving around looking busy and asking customers if they need help with anything or whatever it is, like just small talk, you're going to struggle, and it's going to give you a bad perspective of how well the show could be for you.
Mm-hmm. Which in turn, like I said, creates a different dynamic between the vendor and the owner.
Yeah.
Because I assume, and I could be wrong, but I feel like that they're going to be like, well, this wasn't the greatest show. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then they're looking at you like, well, why wasn't it? So I don't know. That's just something I noticed that. I noticed that as a vendor and as someone just walking around, I noticed that, and I often wonder about that. However, I will tell you, it is a weird spot to be in to sell. I hate selling. I hate it. I literally, I know I'm in the wrong business. I hate selling. It's so weird to me to do that. And I struggle with it, and I try to, right? But like I'm working. Like when I got to go out and I got to talk to people. I make myself do it. I don't know how awkward I come off. Hopefully it's not that awkward, but I try. But it's oh shit, I forget where I was going. I lost the train. Somebody in my house just blew their nose and it blew my mind.
No, I would assume it has to do with like you would probably prefer to just sit in a chair.
Yeah. No, that would be great.
But like
But it doesn't work like that.
it doesn't work like that.
The products aren't going to sell themselves.
No, it doesn't work
Always.
like that. It's and then but it's dude, the dynamic is so weird because the way I sell, the way I'm comfortable selling is way too long form for an expo. Like it's just way too long form for an expo, which gets back to why that's the customer I fear the most. The customer I fear the most is the one that is really into what you're doing and really does want to have a good conversation with you.
Yeah.
Like that's super tough. So I do just want to say, any of y'all, if you feel like I'm brushing you off, it's not because I don't love you.
Well, I want to ask you, as an attendee, like you've seen all the types of sales guys. Like you got the guy that's going to like drag you into his booth and give you a 30-minute elevator pitch on why whatever product he's selling is the best. You'll see the guy sitting in a chair, and then you'll see the rest of them. Like, how do you feel when you see those? Like, what is it that you're looking for?
I need you to be more specific.
Well,
how do I feel when I see, give me one?
The guy that wants to pitch you before you're even in the booth. Let's start there.
All right, so I've tried that, and it's annoying. However, it works. If I can get somebody's attention, I've already won 50% of the battle. Because getting somebody's attention in an expo is really difficult. It's what you do with it from there. But it's also super annoying. Like, like when you just want to walk into the car showroom and just look at the cars. You're thinking about buying a car. You don't know if you want to buy a car. You don't even know if you can buy a car. You don't know what your credit score is. You don't know anything. But what you know right now is that you want to go in and look at cars. Mm-hmm. The guy that's like, hey, buddy, hey, it's tough, man. That's really annoying. Riding that line is really hard. Like walking that tightrope is really hard. You have to attempt. If you don't attempt to get their attention, then you're not even trying. So you have to try, but you also have to know when to give up.
Yeah.
There's a difference between the two shows I've attended. Yours, and I maybe it's the region. I'm not sure, but it's not real hard to figure it out there, because you'll say something to somebody walking past and they will either acknowledge you or they absolutely will not. They won't turn their head. Their eyebrow won't raise. They don't shift. Nothing happens. They're just, yeah. You'll be like, hey, you enjoying the show? And they're just,
yeah. I don't want whatever you're trying to sell me.
Right. As a customer, Joe, do you ever employ that tactic?
Oh yeah.
Where you're just like, whoop. I'm not turning my head. Like when your inspection stickers are bad and you drive past a police officer and you're like, nope, not even looking at him.
Yeah.
If he doesn't see me, I don't see him.
This officer back there? When?
100%. I absolutely do that. Because guess what? I walk by Alaskan salmon charter. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for that. I have zero interest in it. But guess what? They're probably gonna be like, "Hey, come on over and check out our charter." And that's like a situation where I'm gonna be like, eyes straight, keep walking. Appreciate but I'm like an a-hole, but a nice guy at the same time, to where I do that. But I'm like, oh, no, thanks. And they're like, well, you sure? And that's what I'm like, oh,
see, are you sure? To me, that's too far.
Yeah.
That's too far. Because if the dude was nice enough to acknowledge you,
yeah, yep,
and say, hey, I respect you, thank you, don't want to waste your time, gonna keep moving.
Yep.
So don't waste your time.
And it's funny, like, it's not pumping my own tire or anything, but I've been in the game a long time, so there'll be those aspects where you have like this young kid, and it's like that Ron Swanson meme or whatever, where it's like at Home Depot where he's like, I know more than you. You know what I mean?
That's another thing.
Yeah.
And I struggle with that a lot. The amount of people that come into the booth that know more than I do is insane.
Oh, it's everybody, dude.
And I don't really, like, I told myself before we started this that I wasn't going to like talk about stuff like this, because I don't want to I don't want to like turn customers off. You know what I mean? But in the same breath, whatever. Let's just be honest. Like, oh my God, really? My favorite part, hold on, you can see it right over my shoulder here. This guy right here, my lucky replica, comes to me to every show. My favorite part about this show is that 7 out of 10 people that walk past it,
I know where this is going.
they caught a bigger one in a lake that I will never know.
How big is that one?
6 pounds, 8 ounces.
I remember my first 6-pounder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
It's I love it. I love it for a few different reasons. One, I love the psychology of it all, but like in the same breath, and this is something I would put out to people in sales or vendors, like, chill out. Sometimes folks are just looking for a way to connect with you. And if they are looking for a way to connect to you, that smells like a sale. You know what I mean? Like you can't always be with your chest out. Well, what lake was it?
yeah.
What was the GPS coordinates?
Yeah.
I don't think there's fish that big in that lake. Like, chill out.
Well,
but
you'll get it too on the bait side, right? Like,
yes,
someone will come in and be like, back in 1947, I used to throw this thing, and they've never made anything like it, and you just can't catch them the same. And it's like, tell me about it.
Yeah.
Like, I remember throwing that bait.
I've seen this exact thing happen at the Dark Horse booth at an expo, where one of his guys, that he has working, one of the Dark Horse team members or family, will be explaining something because they know the baits and they know a lot about the baits. And they'll be like, okay, so what you want to do with this is this, and it goes with this. And they get that person will be like, well, that's not what you do with that at all. That's not what that's for. That's not how you use
right.
that.
Yeah.
It's
No.
like,
No.
You're like,
But that's
okay, I'll just go walk away and go F myself then.
That is an expo thing, but that is also a fishing thing.
Yeah, sure.
And
sure.
what I wish people would understand is that's not what's wrong with fishing. That's what's right with fishing. It can be whatever the hell you want it to be. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree. Because guess what? I might use a certain bait differently than Zach and how Aaron uses it. However, you know what I'm not going to do is tell you and Aaron that the way.
Yeah, I'm not going to come into your booth and crap on the floor.
Because guess what? You might Texas rig a Senko where I Nico it and Aaron, wacky rig or whatever.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to tell you guys that that's wrong because I don't do that.
I gave this live a title, a very Pittsburghese title. I said, how about them Expos? And yes, I realize the grammar is bad, but it was that way on purpose. But now I'm wondering if I should have called it Expo Etiquette.
Yeah, that's true.
Not only for customers, but for vendors and for owners. Because I feel like that's what we've been talking about this whole time is etiquette. Aaron's talking about the proper etiquette as a vendor, how he sees it. I'm talking about the etiquette for a vendor as I see it. And Joe, as a customer and as someone who's been a staffer at expos and someone who's owned a tackle shop of his own, you're talking about like customer etiquette. Like that's kind of funny to me, man. Like, is it an etiquette? However, I do have to say, if everybody had great etiquette at expos, would they really be that fun? Probably not.
Dude, you know, you guys
honestly, like we'd probably have more competition if everyone thought the way that we did, and I don't like that. Like, so
yeah. So you're saying we should just cut this show now?
All right, I got a bad connection.
All right, so we're 10 minutes over an hour now, and I don't want to take too much of your time. I appreciate you guys coming and talking about this with us. But let's do this. Joe,
Sir.
as a customer,
Mm-hmm.
you got the floor, you got the soapbox.
Yeah.
To tell vendors and owners of expos what would make them better for you.
So as the owner, if I'm talking to all the owners out there at expos, stop bringing in the vendors that have nothing to do with the outdoors or fishing just to take up space. That would be one, because again, I'm not going there to buy a satellite dish for my cable or gutters. For the vendors, I guess for the vendors, it would be like we talked about, like the guys that just sit down the corner. Don't act or look like you don't want to talk to me if I have a question. Chances are I might not, because like social anxiety and of new people. But like if I do have a question, have that
give you the chance, right? Give me the chance to have a
demeanor.
question.
Don't look down. If I am going to walk into your booth, don't look down when I do it. You know what I mean? Like, greet me. In the case I might say, no, I'm all set. But what if I am going to ask you, like, yeah, I see that item right there, and I got a couple questions about it. So don't make it feel, don't. And I get it. Like, they're long days, especially at the end of the day. You're tired. You've been on your feet all day. Like, you kind of had enough, but you chose to do this, and you have to kind of stick it out. And you just have to always, be welcoming to the customers. Don't ever, don't be sitting there looking down like you don't want to talk to the person. Just have yourself available and humble to, so Daniel, so American Vet Fishing. So that is my, I am a combat veteran. That is my, my YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. We're not an organization. That's just the name of my page. Been with Dark Horse. Geez, been working with you guys for a few years now. But yeah, go check me out. Hit me up on Instagram. We can talk. American Vet Fishing on Instagram. Shoot me a message. We'll talk. But yeah, so that would be my best thing for the vendor. And one thing, yeah, that would be my main thing. I was gonna say, like, try to make sure you keep your stock up, but that's the whole point of
that's tough, man.
Yeah, that's the whole point of being there, is get rid of your stock.
My little hint to customers that are waiting for the deals at the end of the expo.
Yeah.
You're probably waiting for deals on stuff that they couldn't sell till the end. Yeah. So probably don't wait. Yep. I can't tell if Aaron is froze or not. Oh no, he blinked. There he goes.
But yeah, that's my perspective as a customer. All right. Just continue to be humble, and as the owners, and Aaron, sounds like unfortunately I haven't been to your show. Maybe I'll try to make it out there next year. But it sounds like you got it.
Not allowed. Banned.
So I'll see. I'll be in the. And I'll check it out from outside.
And Aaron, the same question to you. So for vendors, I would just say keep grinding. Like, it's tough starting a new business. It's tough putting yourself out there, your products out there. But keep grinding and make sure you're looking internally. Don't make excuses about everything in the environment that you're set up in, whether it's a show or your garage or whatever. Like, if you believe in your product, pitch it and make others believe in it. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, look internally and make some adjustments.
And how about, like, do you have a message for customers? Like for not your customers.
Yeah.
But for the people that come to the show.
Don't all come on Saturday morning.
They're all coming on Saturday morning.
No,
We got listen, dude. Listen. I'm telling you right now. I'll be honest. I'll be straight up. We fell $49.87 short of what we did last year. That's what it ended up being. That was not Great Lakes Fishing Expo's fault. That wasn't even Dark Horse Tackle's fault. That was Mother Nature's fault.
well, I will take some. I'll take some blame that you didn't break even because I didn't get a chance to get over there and buy some buzz baits and stock up.
That too. Well, we do have an online store.
Yeah, but it would have been positive for the show.
Yeah.
Had I made it back around, but
no, I listen. Like, we woke up. Josh was in Columbus. I was in Pittsburgh with Ryan. We woke up and like there's like just a snow squall,
complete whiteout,
and we were like, oh no. And that's got to affect things. Like, that's got to affect things. That's the only reason why that happened. That is the only reason, and I know it is. But
no, I mean, from an attendee standpoint, like, I mean, we wouldn't have a show without them. And so I would say just get out there, support the vendors, try new things. Don't be afraid to buy the worms that were poured in Bob's basement. Like,
100%.
Try it out. You might love it. And you're going to support this small business. And so, yeah.
Hell yeah. Now, I want to answer the same question that I asked you guys, but I forgot what the question was.
What do you expect out of your customers?
What do I expect out of my customers? Well, I expect you to buy. That's not very fair to say. What I wanted to see out of customers is, listen, after doing this, so I bought into Dark Horse Tackle in November of 22. Okay. And I have to say that I have had probably 0.375% of my interactions with Dark Horse Tackle customers at an expo or online with the bait shop be not great. We actually have very great customers. As far as my customers go, man, I got nothing bad to say. Nothing bad to say. However, I would like to say at an expo, please don't think I'm brushing you off because I don't like you. I'm brushing you off because I got a job to do. Mm-hmm. So just don't take it wrong. And it's not a complete brush off. You know what I mean? It's like a lick and a promise.
Yep.
As far as my message to the guys that run the shows, please understand that we're the reason why you can do, just as the customers are the reason why I can do what I can do with Dark Horse Tackle. Vendors, please understand that if it wasn't for us, you wouldn't be able to do what you're doing. As far as Great Lakes Fishing Expo goes, Aaron, that's not a message you need to hear. You guys know that already.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that it's you and Jesse, like, Jesse knows.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? By the way, I am so jealous of his setup. Dude, his setup is so slick. It's so quick. Like, it's just so sick and so quick. Like, it really is. Like, the storage is underneath the display. Like, it's all, I see it. I see what he's doing there. Like, it's so good. It's so good. But, no, like, it's super easy. I got a message for vendors too, actually. don't hate on people because they're trying. Like, don't get shitty. Don't cry foul. Like, if you didn't think of it first, like, don't be mad about that. You know what I mean? And that listen, that goes for me too. You know what I mean? I see a lot of stuff going on and I'm like, wait a minute. I don't think they're technically allowed to do that, but oh my God, that's a fantastic freaking idea. The last thing I'm going to do is go whining about it. Like, just take notes and get better next year. Get better next year. That's pretty much my look. This is my life after an expo. It's graph paper.
Did you come up with that sign placement for any specific reason?
Wait, what, you talking about my sticker?
Yeah.
No, I had to fight myself not to redraw the whole thing because the scale of the sticker to the drawing I made is off a little bit. But no, I love the psychology of the booth. I love trying to figure out what I went to school for graphic design and advertising. And a lot of that is how to make people do what you want them to do by what they see. And that's just a fantastic topic to me. And so, like, I'm constantly trying to make the booth. I'm constantly trying to make the booth do all the work. Like, I would rather just run the cash register and say thank you and shake hands and kiss babies. You know what I mean?
Push button monitors that explain what each bait does, so you don't have to talk to people.
Dude, I'm telling you, the older I get, I used to be like a social butterfly. Like, I wanted to talk to everybody, go party with everybody, and all that other stuff. But the older I get, I'm like, just leave me alone. I just want to play with my trains. But anyways, no, yeah. So that's about it. This is kind of cool, man. It was cool to have 3 different points of view on. And we got one more expo this year. I'm hoping that we got another expo. I do have to bring something up strictly Dark Horse Tackle, real quick. So we recently had the Seller Baits spinner baits, and they were in the December box. And at that point in time, the only ones we could get were of the 3/8 weight. Well, I just got a brand new shipment in, and we've got 3/8 and 1/2 ounce completely restocked. I'll be adding them to the site very shortly, and very excited about that. So just wanted to let everybody know, if you were thinking to yourself, man, I really like this spinner bait, but I wish it was in a 1/2 ounce. Well, I got you covered.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate you guys.
My pleasure, buddy.
Sorry I'm not the best host. I'm not as good at talking as Josh is. He's really good at it.
Yeah, make sure he's here the next time you invite me.
You know what? Maybe next time I'll just roll the dice and have Nick on.
Ooh, that would be rolling the dice.
One day, Aaron, you'll meet the what do we call him? What's the proper thing we call him? There's a bunch of things we call him that we can't say. Canadian koala.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm gonna put it up real quick. All right. But hey, Thank you guys. I'm gonna hit the button and end the stream. We are going to be in Columbus. That is January 31st February 1st and February 2nd of 2026. It's coming up quick. If you are anywhere close to Columbus or you've got nothing better to do and you want to fly, just come on down. Come hang out with us. Not too long. And but that's why we got the media booth, right? Joe?
That's right.
That's right, Joe?
That's actually a great spot for. I was actually going to mention it. Like, we might have to bring the media booth up to the Great Lakes show. And
listen,
we got the perfect spot for it too.
Yeah,
we got this platform.
You guys actually asked me about that this time.
Yeah, we got a stairway that goes to nowhere with a platform on it.
No
it just
kidding.
overlooks the atrium and the vendors. It's incredible. And there's literally nothing up there.
Oh, might have to talk to Bobby about that one.
I was already to jump off here, but I got to bring this up, and while I've got you two on here, I feel like it's a good time. Real quick, so Aaron, you've been by the Dark Horse Tackle booth at Columbus before, yes?
Yep.
Okay. What do you think about the media booth portion of Dark Horse Tackle at Columbus?
From something that just catches your attention and you want to go and see what it's about. I loved it. That first year you guys were there. You just kind of had like a casual chill area. Don't get me wrong, I love the tackle stuff too, but it was something different.
But whatever, I just wanted to see Bobby and Joe.
Right. No, it gave me something different to look at that I was like, hey, what's this all about? Let me go check it out.
Okay, so a plus.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Joe, if you can remove yourself from the media booth, what do you think about the media booth? Straight up.
The only thing that would confuse me as a customer is the way we had it last year. Is the media booth was blocked by some of the product, so it might have been confusing as to, okay, are these guys by themselves or are they a part of Dark Horse?
All right, I'm going to go back to the graph. Okay. And here you see the space for the media booth, yes?
Yes.
The checkout is now here.
Oh, perfect.
So we're all going to be together.
Perfect. I like it.
Yeah? You like it? You think it's a good deal?
Yep.
Always thinking, buddy.
Because when I had to talk crap about you, I had to lean up and look around.
All right. Well, hey, thank you very much, Aaron. Thank you, Joe. And hey, all you Dark Horse Tackle customers, whether you like to talk too much or not, we seriously appreciate you very much. And if you want to come to the booth and talk to me way too long, please come do it anyways. I didn't want to crap on any of you guys. That wasn't my intention, but love y'all and hope to see you very, very soon.